If someone showed you a creature with transparent skin, glowing colors, or shapes that seem designed by science fiction, you might assume it's fake. A digital creation, a movie prop, something born from imagination. Because the human brain expects nature to follow familiar patterns: fur, feathers, scales, natural colors, recognizable shapes. But nature doesn't care about what looks normal. It experiments. It adapts. It creates forms so strange, so unexpected, that they seem impossible. Creatures that look like glass, animals that resemble leaves, fish that appear painted by artists. And yet they are real, living, breathing, evolving. Today, we're exploring animals that look like they shouldn't exist, but they do. And each one reveals something extraordinary about the creativity of life on Earth. The glass frog, the animal you can see through. Imagine holding a frog and seeing its heart beating, seeing its organs, its bones, its internal structure clearly visible. The glass frog looks like a living window. Found in Central and South American rainforests, these small amphibians have translucent skin on their underside, making parts of their internal anatomy visible to the naked eye. At first glance, it feels unreal, almost artificial. But this transparency is not for display. It's survival. By blending into leaves and letting light pass through their bodies, glass frogs become nearly invisible to predators. Nature didn't create this frog to amaze humans. It created it to hide, and in doing so, produced one of the strangest animals on Earth. The leafy sea dragon, the creature that looks like a floating plant. If you saw this animal drifting underwater, you might not recognize it as alive. It looks like seaweed. Long, leaf-like extensions surround its body, waving gently with ocean currents. No sudden movement, no aggressive behavior, just a plant floating. Except it isn't. The leafy sea dragon is a fish related to seahorses living off the coasts of Australia. Its appearance is pure camouflage. Predators don't see an animal, they see vegetation, and that illusion keeps it alive. Even its movement is slow and deliberate, mimicking drifting plant life. Nature designed a fish that doesn't look like a fish, a creature so perfectly disguised it disappears in plain sight. The saiga antelope, an animal that looks like it belongs on another planet. At first glance, the saiga antelope seems almost incomplete. Its oversized, drooping nose looks more like something from science fiction than the African or Asian plains. But this strange feature is not random. It's a biological filter. The saiga lives in dusty, extreme environments. Its large nasal structure filters out particles during dry seasons and warms cold air during freezing winters. It's an adaptation built for survival in harsh climates. To humans, it looks strange. To nature, it's efficient. And this reminder is important. Animals don't evolve to look beautiful. They evolve to function. The blue dragon sea slug. Beauty that feels unreal. Floating in warm ocean waters is a creature that looks hand-painted. Brilliant blues, silver tones, delicate shapes. The blue dragon sea slug appears more like jewelry than a living organism. Small enough to fit on a fingertip, it drifts along the ocean's surface, carried by currents. But its beauty hides something powerful. It feeds on venomous jellyfish and stores their toxins inside its own body, using their defense as its own. Nature didn't just create something beautiful, it created something strategic, a creature that transforms danger into protection, and somehow makes it look elegant. The axolotl, the animal that refuses to grow up. At first glance, the axolotl looks like a cartoon. Soft features, a permanent smile, frilly external gills extending from its head like decorations. But this amphibian is real, and stranger than it looks. Unlike most animals, axolotls never fully mature into their adult form. They remain in a juvenile state their entire lives, a process called neoteny. They keep their aquatic features, their youthful appearance, their ability to regenerate body parts. Yes, regenerate. Axolotls can regrow limbs, spinal tissue, and even parts of their brain. Science studies them intensely, hoping to unlock secrets of healing and regeneration. They look imaginary, but they may hold very real answers to the future of medicine. The mantis shrimp, the animal with supervision. The mantis shrimp doesn't just look unusual, it sees the world differently than almost any other creature. Its eyes detect colors humans cannot imagine. While humans perceive 3 primary color channels, the mantis shrimp can detect many more, including ultraviolet light. Its vision is so advanced that scientists still struggle to fully understand it. And its appearance matches its complexity. Bright colors, segmented armor, alien-like eyes that move independently. It feels less like an animal and more like a being from another world. Yet it lives in Earth's oceans, hidden in coral reefs, part of a system we barely understand. The okapi. Half zebra, half giraffe. Completely real. If you combined different animals into one design, it might look like the okapi. Striped legs like a zebra, body shape resembling a deer, long tongue similar to a giraffe. But this is not a hybrid. It's a unique species found in the dense forests of Central Africa. For years it was unknown to the outside world, hidden by thick jungle, living quietly. When scientists first documented it, many people believed it was imaginary. But the okapi proves something powerful. Nature doesn't follow categories. It creates diversity beyond what we expect. The star-nosed mole. One of the strangest faces in nature. Deep underground lives an animal with a face unlike anything else on Earth. The star-nosed mole has a ring of fleshy appendages around its nose, forming a star-like shape. At first glance, it can look unsettling, even unnatural. But this star is a sensory powerhouse. It contains thousands of touch receptors, allowing the mole to detect prey faster than almost any mammal alive. In complete darkness, underground, it navigates using touch alone. To humans, it looks bizarre. To nature, it's a masterpiece of function. The Venezuelan poodle moth, the insect that looks like a toy. If someone showed you this creature in a photo, you might assume it was edited. Soft white fur, large dark eyes, tiny body. It looks less like an insect and more like a plush toy brought to life. The Venezuelan poodle moth was first photographed in 2009, and ever since it has puzzled both scientists and the internet. Its exact classification is still debated, but what's certain is this: Nature sometimes creates forms so gentle-looking they feel unreal. Yet beneath that soft appearance is still an insect adapted to survive. Every hair, every shape, every feature serves a purpose, because in nature, even the strangest beauty is functional. The tardigrade, the creature that can survive almost anything. At a microscopic level, one of the most extraordinary animals ever discovered quietly exists all around us. The tardigrade, also known as the water bear. It looks like a tiny alien. Stubby legs, segmented body, slow, deliberate movement. But its appearance is only the beginning. Tardigrades can survive conditions that would kill almost any other life form. Extreme cold, extreme heat, radiation, pressure, even the vacuum of space. When conditions become harsh, they enter a state called cryptobiosis, essentially pausing life itself until the environment becomes safe again. They don't look powerful, they don't look threatening, but they are among the most resilient creatures ever discovered. Nature's quiet survivors.